feeling a little like this llama right now? Did you forget how to write in the moment? That's okay. This video is going to remind you how. So let's look at what Llama has so far. This is a paragraph about Llama's main character, Julie, and her experience going through medical inspection at Ellis Island. Julie stood in line for her medical inspection. She wore a badge. Then they called her into the room. This is writing in the moment, right? Sorry, Llama, your paragraph's pretty boring. Let's look at how Llama might revise his paragraph so that the reader can really picture this moment of Julie going through her medical inspection. The needle poked into my chest. I reached down to readjust the number tag that had been pinned to my wool jacket. Number 658. I had left my name along with everything I knew in Romania. My name now was 658. The small blonde boy in front of me took a step forward. I waited a second to create some space between us, but the woman behind me didn't wait. A wooden suitcase jabbed into the back of my leg. I began to topple forward, but caught myself. The small boy turned and snickered. I was almost to the front of the line. I counted the number of people still ahead. 5. 5 people of different ages, races, and cultures. One man had long black curls hanging down the sides of his face. I tried not to think about how it must tickle his chin because I was afraid to giggle. 657, a man in the doctor's coat yelled. So I want you to notice, compared to Llama's first paragraph, Julie stood in line for her medical inspection. She wore a badge. Then they called her name into the room. I want you to notice that this paragraph, I've really stretched this scene. I've used descriptive and sensory details. I've used inner thinking. I've used dialogue to really help you as the reader picture what's happening. So I want you to ask yourself, as you're writing these different scenes of your story, what is my character feeling? What does my character see? What does my character smell or touch or taste? How can I describe what my character is experiencing in this moment? Really slow down time. Okay, here's my last trick for you today. If you're struggling at all with how to get started, my encouragement for you is to go back to your research, to go back to the discussion in Schoology, and to access some of the resources that we posted and start from there. One of my favorites is this interactive tour of Ellis Island. And when I wrote Llama's paragraph, I actually used stop 3. So you might read through what was each moment or experience like going through Ellis Island, because that's going to help you think of what are the parts of your story that you could tell. So I used this section. Wearing their numbered tags, the immigrants entered the baggage room on the building's ground floor. They left their precious belongings here until their inspection was done. Next, the immigrants went upstairs to the registry room. That is where the medical and legal inspections took place. So that's one of your other tricks for really stretching your writing, is to look back at your research and see if there are any moments that they've told you about that immigrants in general experienced, whether that was on the passage to the United States or whether that was actually at Ellis Island, that you could describe in your story. Use the details that they've already given you and just stretch them and add more imagery too. Okay, have fun.